This was nothing.
You chose the wrong path.
Victory gleams like the sunlight.
Oh yeah, this has been out for a while, but I did not get around to doing this yet because I've been a little preoccupied with other things in the heat. But let's see. I'll take a stroll through the streets and see how Soltorin has been these days. What's the commotion about? Is there a fight? That guy's gone mad. I thought it would get better after he got suspended. Suspended? Magister, this guard serves under my command. He was suspended after an argument with a colleague, but he got into a conflict with a colleague who reviewed his report, and that led to his suspension. To get reinstated, he must submit a letter of apology, a self-assessment report, and a formal petition. I can see he's making a sincere effort to fulfill the requirements, but the thing is, the petition has a strict format to follow. When the same colleague reminded him to amend his petition just now, he immediately snapped and lost control. Amend? No way, I'm quitting. He used to be a mild-tempered man, you know. I feel like there's more to his condition than just a change in temperament. He seems to be in a good mood. Why are you smiling? Are you copying me? Is this some trick to make me amend my petition? You're spreading dirt about me, aren't you? I knew it. You just want me to keep revising my work. I won't be the only one who suffers. Everyone's going down with me. Maybe I should just take you all down first. Jesus. I won't make any revisions. There's nothing wrong with me. He's really losing it now.
Every sword is a witness.
I think we just killed him. Oh, he's still alive. After a struggle, you finally manage to subdue Kutcher, though he's still shouting and flailing around. Meanwhile, there's a stir among the onlookers, followed by someone's hurried footsteps. Then, a familiar figure appears before you. What's going on here, Holly? Is this Kutcher? You know him? Most of the guards are familiar with one another, but Kutcher. He's changed a lot since the first time I met him. Never will I revise my work again. It's pointless. Let me go. I'll make you regret this. His shouting makes little sense, and it's hard to reconcile this with the calm demeanor he once had. Indeed, come to think of it, he was already acting strange when he was suspended last time. Carter's always been the most well-mannered one in my squad. He often helps people out. There was a time when he was constantly asked to revise his work. He kept complaining about headaches, and then, out of nowhere, he just snapped. And he's having it again today. Could it be a new symptom of corruption? He still looks the same, just much stronger and louder. I think it's just a breakdown. I don't think he's corrupted. Right? I know a thing or two about corruption. Plus, he's still sane, while the corrupted act completely like beasts. Redacted, have you got an idea what's going on with Kutcher? You seem uncertain. Just let me know if you need anything. I'll do my best to help you. I can make him a potion. Oh? Do you mean Kutcher's madness is caused by a regular ailment? I thought magic was the cause of his condition. If he's just sick, we can leave him to the care of the priest. It isn't a regular ailment. Now I'm confused. Alright, just tell me what you need to prepare the potion. Holly, can you watch over Kutcher for a while? If his ramblings gets unbearable, just stuff his mouth with something. No problem. Just leave him to me. By the way, did you too just say he's sick? Kutcher's a great guy. I hope he gets well soon. With Redacted here, you don't have to worry. You can tell Kutcher's condition stems from his agitated emotions. Based on what Holly and Sarah told you, the trigger appears to be excessive stress from overworking. You decide to make a suitable potion for Kutcher using herbs sourced locally. Firstly, add hexaflowers to help Kutcher see the beauty of life through its sweet taste. Then, throw in some bitter berries to help Kutcher face the harsh reality and pull himself together. Finally, use frost crystals to soothe Kutcher's headache and calm his emotions. Here it is, the recipe for the work relaxant. Prepare the potion for Kutcher now. Revising a work is inevitable when writing papers, submitting proposals, or drafting reports. In mild cases, it can lead to headaches, but in more extreme situations, It can cause a nervous breakdown. Potion Panacea. Check the patient's symptom description, then select a potion that can treat those symptoms. You can perform up to 2 treatments per patient. You can prepare and use any unlocked potion from the details screen. Completing story quests may unlock more potions for you. A patient's symptoms may change depending on the potion they take. Only the right potion will cure them. I'm not sick. Let me take a look. Wrong handwriting size, wrong format, self-assessment report. This is absurd. What's wrong with me punching that guy? He asked for it. You have no right to call me crazy. What happened? All the revisions. Any idea how tedious it is? It could make anyone break down. I feel like I'm drowning in endless work. It was just an argument. Why is everyone making such a big deal out of it? And why am I the only one stuck writing this self-assessment report? Can you believe the self-assessment report must be written in the correct format too? Goodness gracious. I'm done with everything. Call me crazy if you want, I don't care. I'm beating everyone up, no one spared. Come on, let it all out just like me. Yay. What was wrong with me before? What happened to me? My mind's a blur, my heart's pounding like a sledgehammer, but I feel calmer now. Holy moly, what have I done? That was so embarrassing. You nailed the diagnosis and gave the right potion. Just like that, another patient back on their feet. Isn't this my first patient? What happened to me? Yeah, it's like I just woke up from a lucid nightmare. I'm sorry you had to see me in such an embarrassing state. A lucid nightmare? Yeah, I was fully aware of myself earlier, but my emotions got the better of me. The thought of revising my work pushed me over the edge, and I couldn't help but shout. I feel bad for causing so much trouble for everyone. I didn't do much, to be honest. It's Holly who really picked up the slack for you. I hate to break this to you now, but you'll have to write another report for the mess you caused today. I understand. Anyway, thanks for taking care of me. I'll head back and catch up on all the backlog of work. You're handling this way better than I expected. I was all set for another outburst, honestly. Yeah, good thing we didn't have to put you down. I must give credit to the Magister's potion. I had to admit, I felt a surge of anger when you mentioned work just now. But a wave of refreshing coolness washed over me the next second, immediately cooling my mind. Suddenly, it hit me that all the revisions I had to make were simple and didn't take much time at all. No one's picking on me, and it's just the way things go with work. Wow, seems like that potion has cured you completely. Oh, amazing. I think I got swept up in this anxiety partly because some of my colleagues were feeling the same way. They didn't have a nervous breakdown like I did, but they've been dealing with headaches, and feeling irritable too. It would be great if I could share this incredible potion with them. Once again, I apologize for making things difficult for everyone. No worries. You can return to the squad after having enough rest. Now, I need to escort Kutcher to Ramion's place to write a more detailed report. We guards take discipline very seriously. Ollie, could you wrap things up here? No problem. Many of the guards are showing similar symptoms. It would be great if we could make this potion available to everyone. I should run my idea by Sarah and see what she thinks. There she is. Looks like she's done with Kasher. I'll have a chat with her. At last, things have come to a close. Redacted, what brings you here? I need to talk to you. Same here. After escorting Kasher to Ramion's place, I recalled what he mentioned about his peers sharing the same condition, so I decided to investigate further. One thing's certain, it's not just the guards. People from other departments and even the public are dealing with something similar. I think I know why. With Saltorians still in recovery, a lot of roles are filled by temps who aren't fully trained yet. It's no surprise they have to keep revising their work, and they're probably feeling completely burned out by now. The guards are actually holding up better than most. A lot of students and admin staff feel overwhelmed by their workload, leading to frustration, conflict, and even breakdowns. In fact, my head starts pounding too whenever I have to deal with paperwork. My potion can help. Really? Give me one, please. Actually, I'm curious about the medicine you gave Kutcher. Was that magic? Surprised? It's just a potion. So, are you saying not all mages know how to make potions? I guess? Wow, you're such an all-rounder. Impressive. Since you're in such great shape, would you mind helping out again? There are way more sick people than I expected. Besides, folks like me are dealing with headaches and Kashi with his outbursts. There's a whole group showing different symptoms. I'm not naming names, but they have been slacking off and dashing work every day. Ravion? That's your guess. I don't badmouth my boss behind his back. I always call him out to his face. In more severe cases, they do absolute nothing but laze around all day. Even when they take on tasks, they just keep procrastinating. Work is one thing, but some of their symptoms remind me a lot of Kutcher's condition. Kutcher's condition? Yeah, Ravion's always whining about work, but compared to the patients I've seen, he's pretty normal. Can you believe some of them just slide down right in the middle of the road? Even when someone steps on them, they just roll over. This is more than just laziness. Do you think that amazing potion of yours could work on these people? Time to test my skills. You'll do great. I'll handle the prep work. You just focus on tending to the patients. There are two things we must have to help the patients. A clinic. No worries. I sent my man to set up a clinic. Our job now is to gather the herbs. A noble was arrested a few days ago, and he happened to own a garden nearby. From wildflowers to rare species, that garden has it all. Indris proposed turning it into a public garden, but after endless redesigns, the designer went off the deep end, and just like that, the whole project was scrapped. That's really unfortunate. Since the garden's unused, we're free to use it for our herbs. Let's check it out and see what we can find. If all goes well, our clinic should be up and running soon. There we are. Are there any herbs we can use? Can we use any of these plants? Honestly, I don't know much about this stuff. They're good. Awesome. I gathered plenty of herbs based on your last prescription. After seeking guidance from the priest and the gardener who once served the queen, I also planted some new herbs. Take a look around. Think you could whip up something to boost the energy of those lazy bones? I'll work on the prescription. Just give me a shout if you need anything else. According to Sarah, most of the new patients are lethargic, prone to procrastination, and lack motivation to do anything. You decide to use what's available in the garden to prepare a recipe for them. Let's start with some frost crystals to lift the patient's spirit. Then, add some glowfly fruits to ignite the patient's motivation and help them find their way. Lastly, throw in some jumping beans for a kick. It will get even the laziest patients up and moving. There it is, the recipe for the efficiency extract. Efficiency extract. Do you find yourself getting easily distracted whenever it's time to work? Do you always procrastinate until the deadline is right around the corner? Believe me, even the famous Lord Dravion struggles with this issue. I'm inspirational. That was fast. You'd think the garden had everything you needed. Don't worry, I'll give the gardener a permanent role here. The herbs will definitely thrive. I'll expand the herb variety here so we can treat even more ailments. The more the better. I like that you always carry yourself with so much confidence. Alright, let's stop dawdling and check on the clinic. I hope we can open the clinic today. Let's get everyone back on their feet. What do you think? It's not too shabby, huh? It's nothing fancy, but all the basics should be covered. It's better than I expected. Just put up a notice and we're good to go. No need for any grand ceremonies. I bet you'll take care of the patients well, Magister. I'll make sure there are enough herbs. Once you finalize a prescription, I'll have the gardener bring you the herbs you need. The well-being of the people of Saltorin is on our shoulders. Clinic open. With strange illnesses on the rise in Saltorin, and with Lord Ravion's personal approval, the clinic is now officially open for business. Magister Daggett will be handling consultations and treatments personally. If you feel unwell, don't wait. Come get checked. Quest complete. Forecasters, you open a clinic to help those suffering from mysterious symptoms in Saltorin. Fun. Thanks to your accurate diagnosis and remarkable effective potions, many patients have been cured. You arrive at the clinic today, ready to see a new batch of patients. You're on a roll, Magister. I've heard plenty about your amazing potions. Let's go! Let me take a look. Magister, I'm all packed for my surface adventure. Got weapons, food, spare clothes. It's all in here. You look up and up at the mountain of a backpack looming in front of you. For a second, you honestly think someone swiped Zenith's heaviest phonic. From behind the backpack pops your patient, A woman dressed for adventure. Kind of. Her limbs don't look like they've seen much training. Are you an adventurer? Yep, or well, a future adventurer, still working on the strength part. We were so wrong about the surface. It's not some Scotch wasteland crawling with hypofiends. It's a legendary paradise we only dreamed about. Up there, rivers run with divine dew. The ground oozes sweet cream and honey. The sun, the actual sun, rains golden light that hardens into treasure. Just talking about it makes me excited. I spent half my life underground. I won't end it here, quietly and boringly. No, I'm going up. I even bought everything the veterans adventurers told me to get. The sellers promised me if I just carry this backpack, I'll be unstoppable on the surface. There's only one issue. It's heavy. Like, really heavy. I can't quite lift it. Oh no, it's tipping. Thud. The backpack crashes to the floor. The ground groans in protest. Never mind the danger she'll face on the journey. Can she even carry her backpack all the way to the surface? My sister, I wish to be a true adventurer, not just someone playing the part. Could you lend me your strength? Do I even have something for her? Maybe that one, but that doesn't seem quite right. Let's see. My horse fewer. Okay. Ravion. There he is. Hello there, Ravion. Oh yes, I need a favor from you. I've been keeping tabs on your clinic all this while. It's incredible how much you accomplish with such limited resources. Kudos to you. I just opened it, but thanks. I asked Sarah to arrange this visit for me. While I'm here, I'd like to pick your brain about some patients showing new symptoms. What's with us and energy? Well, Sarah made me drink one of her potions. That's why I'm all fired up to work now. Yeah, I gave him a bottle of energy elixir. It worked like a charm. He's gone through all the backlog of paperwork and even left detailed notes on what needs fixing. Overall, his efficiency has skyrocketed. With him finally pulling his weight, those suffering from burnout, laziness, or constant headaches are starting to feel better. Emotions are the root of all evil. Seriously? Talking trash about me like I'm invisible? Fine. I'll be the bigger person, only because we're friends. Let's check on those with the new symptoms first, shall we? Sarah and I both found it alarming. Alright, I'll bring you to them. There should be quite a few in this area. Yeah, I guess that lady will have to wait. See that pair arguing over there? Rob and I both thought their behavior was a bit off. I got disdain because of you. That's disgusting. How dare you touch my expensive shoes with your filthy hands? Sorry, madam. I was just trying to pick my handkerchief. A handkerchief? I highly doubt you actually use it. My premium white silk embroidered handkerchief. It feels dirty now, even though I doused it in perfume. My perfume's high-end too. Too bad it's way out of your league. Those details are unnecessary. What makes it so high-end? It's out of your depth, so I'm keeping it simple so you can follow. Ouch! Talking to people like you always gives me a headache and a stiff neck. Your hands raised too high. I'll never lower my head just to talk to you. What if I end up breathing your air? What a waste of my precious time. From now on, stay away. After arrogant noblewoman struts off, Sarah walks up and helps the man to his feet. Are you okay? He was way out of line. I'm fine, sir. I mean, madam. Should I say my lady? Anyway, don't worry about me. Magister, please leave me be. Just think of me as a piece of trash by the roadside. Is your lower back okay? I do feel some pain, but I can handle it. It's not important enough for anyone's attention. I gotta go. The commoner limps away hastily. So, that's pretty much it. You can ask Gravian for more details. I think I got a gist. Let's head back and discuss it with Gravian. Enjoyed some nice scenery, huh? Judging from the time you went out and the direction you took, you must have run into Tari and Matla, right? We did. How did you know? You weren't sneaking behind us, were you? Come on, do you really think I'd go to all that trouble? Maybe you need another potion. I was just kidding. Anyway, I figured you'd be interested in their conditions. You mean Taria? That's right. This lucky lady capitalized on the recent upheaval and rose to the ranks of nobility. It's hard to imagine that only a year back, Matla was a lofty nobleman, while Taria was a shy lowborn. What? It's like they swapped identities. Exactly. I can tell they're still not used to the changes. So, they're the patients I want to help. Because of their body pains? Right on. You have no idea how many sick leave requests I've been getting lately, all citing body pain as the reason. You can get them to accept reality, or let them dwell on the past. Either way, I just want them to act normal. Just watching them makes my shoulder ache. I'll see what I can do. I'll leave them to you then, Magister. You list down the herbs you need based on the information provided by Ravian. Most of the herbs are available in the garden except for two. The invigorating parcel mushrooms and the confident boosting antlers. You decide to turn to Ravian and Sarah for help. No problem. I'll handle the antlers. They're not something you could find just anywhere. As for the mushrooms, I remember they're on the list of new herbs the gardener gave me not too long ago. Why don't you check out the garden first? The mushrooms might be ready for harvest already. I'm so used to Ravian lugging around all day that I've forgotten how capable he can be. I'm sure he'll handle the altars just fine. Now let's head to the garden and gather the herbs. Mr. Orlando, how have you been lately? Never better, Sarah. I'm truly grateful for this job you've given me. I was utterly distraught when Lord Ravian dismissed me from the royal court, and you pulled me out of that bind by asking me to maintain this garden. Look, I cleared out all the weeds here and planted some herbs you might be able to use. Any parcel mushrooms? Here they are. We also have rock mushrooms. How great is that? All the mushrooms are over there. I'll plant more if you need them. I need them for my potions. Great. Let's gather the mushrooms and head back to the clinic. Ravion's a changed man now. We can't let him get ahead of us. We got everything we need now. Let's head back to the clinic and start preparing potions. Got here first. These antlers are all that's left from my personal stash. I might have to send a guard out to collect more once this batch runs out. But not. I collect the antlers in legal and humane ways. Sounds sketchy. I think we can rely on him for now. If he starts slacking off again, I'll drug him. I mean, give him the potion. Oh gosh, she's so excited about the idea of drugging Ravion, it seems. I don't see the difference. Anyway, I'll be waiting for good news about the potions. Just let Sarah and me know if you need some herbs. Based on Ravion's information and your own observations, you conclude that the patient's symptoms are primarily caused by changes in their social standing. Some get swept up in their elevated status, holding their heads high for so long that they end up with stiff necks. Others, having fallen from grace, grow anxious and dejected. After hunching over for too long, they suffer from lower back and leg pain. You decide to use what's available in the garden to prepare a recipe for them. Firstly, the pearl mushroom is the key ingredient for both potions. It inspires the patients to pursue their dreams and face reality. For the arrogant patients, you need to add some Vita bitterberries and rock mushrooms to remind them of humility. For the anxious patients, you need to add some jumping beans and pride antlers to reignite their drive and courage. These are the recipes for the humility tonic and confidence tonic. Recipe: following the rise of the heroes. Many have experienced unprecedented changes in their status and identity, and some get so caught up in their newfound glory that they can't quite snap out of it. At times like these, a little potion is just what they need to bring them back to reality. Confidence tonic. After the queen was overthrown, the heroes of the Saltorian seized control of the city. Many who once held positions of power have faced dramatic shifts in their social standing. For some, the anxiety brought on by these changes have begun to take a toll on both daily lives and work. You present the new potions to Ravion and Sarah and explain their uses and effect. Nice work. I'll send those sick ones over for treatment as soon as possible. Why do you care so much? You'd do the same if you saw how they messed up their jobs. I need them to recover quickly, but I won't be so short-handed on my side. How I miss the days when I could simply review their work and ask them to make revisions. It's nice to enjoy a carefree life, free from the burden of real work. They suffer because of you. Looks like the potion's effects is wearing off. Just kidding. Why so serious? Alright, I'll get out of your hair and notify the patients. See you later. Ravion vanishes from sight at a speed you have never seen before. I hope he's running to get things done. Quest complete. High horse fever. Darya and Matlow's discomfort stemmed from their abrupt shift in social status. After analyzing their symptoms, you prepared a recipe that targeted their issues. I guess because I didn't do this earlier on, I still have several in a row. Like, I think I already did this on my main, but then I didn't actually read much. I just kind of skipped through them just in order to get them done, but now that I'm finally catching up to them here, I'm paying a bit more attention to the story stuff. Let's see, next one. As more and more patients recover under your care, your reputation as a skilled healer spreads. Never mind that I only heard a few so far. You arrive at the clinic today, ready to see a new batch of patients. Hey, can I ask you something? It's about the patient. Are you free to do a house call? You see, I have a friend, a real friend, not me, who's been showing some worrying symptoms lately. You have real friends, Sarah? Oh my. More details, please. I'm not sure how to put this, but she's been acting weird lately. Something about the way she speaks feels off. She just can't seem to finish a sentence in one go. She ignores me when I talk to her, and when she finally responds, it's just the same phrases over and over. Nia was once famous among the nobles for her eloquence and remarkable singing, but now she's a shadow of her former self. Let's check on her. Thank you so much. I know I can count on you. Look, Nia's over there. I know he loves me. Hi, sorry to bother you. I bet he's crazy about me. But why hasn't he contacted me? Does work mean that much to him? It's been an hour since I last heard his voice. I don't understand. Hey there. Can't you hear me? Her mind is filled with that guy's voice now. Alright, let me tell you how it all went down. Long story short, Nia got caught up in some riot a while ago, and a random guy came to her rescue. Brendan isn't just some random guy. Why are you yelling at me? It's not like Brendan's a girl or anything. He's the nectar of my etching iris, the gem of my soul. That sounds kind of dirty, but okay. A little too much information. He's still a guy, isn't he? Brendan, my dearest darling, you're the breeze in my heart, in my desert, the oxygen in my air. Great, he's tuning me out again. Let's go somewhere private. I'll tell you more. Did you notice it? Nia wasn't listening to us, but the moment we mentioned that guy, she got all rattled. Is it like a keyword trigger? That word captures it perfectly. Is it a common term the surface folks use? So, what you see is pretty much it. Let's talk in private. Come, I'll fill you in on the details. Brendan's a good guy and a reliable god, but Nia's obsession with him feels a little over the top. She only admired his character in the beginning, but over time, she started obsessing over his whereabouts every day. That's just being loud though. Can you believe she used to be a confident and poised noblewoman? Look what love has done to her. Is he her first crush? She's just lovesick. Indeed, especially given how dramatic their first encounter was. And since it's their first love, it's easy to see why she's so hooked. The problem is, I think she's more than just lovesick. The Brendan she talks about seems nothing like the one we know. If anything, he doesn't even sound like a real person. Is she exaggerating things? The way she describes him is outright gushy. Even those old poems praising the queen doesn't go that far. Do you think you can help her come around with one of your potions? Or at least get her to snap out of her fantasies. She's clearly not herself right now. We can reason with her. I doubt she'll listen, but if it's you, maybe she will. Brendan's so handsome. Brendan, he's so charming. Oh, what's so charming about him? Everything. Like, his eyes. He saved my life, you know? There were other cards. Yes. And there were other cards too. When he strode towards me through the crowd, I don't know. I just felt drawn to him. I love Brendan for his soul, not just his looks. What's so great about him? He's a very courageous man. He saved my life, and then we ended up seeing each other. He's super sweet to me. Anyway, the moments we spent together are irreplaceable, and I consider Brendan my one and only love. What kind of special moments makes Brendan special? How long have you been dating? Let's see, probably about a month, I guess. So they're just in the honeymoon phase. Yeah, that's normal enough. Even though we haven't known each other for long, our love is real. You don't know him that well. I am. My mind's clear now. It was foggy before, and everything I saw appeared to shimmer with a pink glow. I know, nothing's supposed to glow in Saltorian, but that's the only way to describe what I saw. That elegant tone and well-reasoned words. You're finally back, Nia. Sorry for all the trouble, Sarah. Now that I think about it, it's true that I haven't known Brendan long. Even though we're dating, we only spent a short time together. Other than his name, job, and where he's from, I hardly know anything about him. His personality is mostly just something I've imagined. And he really contacts me. Maybe he doesn't really think of us as a couple. I decided to break up with him, even though it's going to be painful. Don't get too upset. At least you're still friends with Brendan, right? You're way better than those weirdos who fantasize about adventuring with Indris, marrying Ravion, or becoming the new queen or general of Zoltorin. Is this common? It is, and the cases have been shooting up lately. By the way, Indris is quite popular nowadays. Wait, could this actually be a kind of medical condition? Being lovesick is a disorder. Yes. Seriously, if this condition spreads, it could cause a lot of trouble. You need to act fast and whip out the potion that targets it. At Sarah's insistence, you head back to the clinic and start working on the new recipe. Despite the time and effort, your attempts yield no results. Just as your progress stalls, an unexpected visitor arrives with a patient in tow. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. My subordinate here is sick. Could you take a look at him? What symptoms do you have? He's been complaining about chest pain these days. He took some time off to rest, but his condition just got worse. Now he says his heart feels like it's breaking. I had a priestess check him over, and she said he was healthy and his heartbreak was strong. Guess he's alright then. Brendan's always been honest and hardworking, so I doubt he's using this chest pain as an excuse to slack off like Ravion would. He's in a lot of pain, but physically he seems fine. That's why I brought him here. Who knows? There could be an issue that the priestess failed to catch. It hurts so much. My heart, I think it's about to shatter. You're healthy. You don't get it, Magister. I've been feeling this way since Nia broke up with me. Why did she do this to me? Brennan says he's been seeing a woman named Nia, but she broke things off with him not too long ago. She never came to visit him, and he never went out on dates with her either. Honestly, I'm starting to think he made the whole thing up. His name rings a bell. Remember? He's Nia's boyfriend. Well, technically her ex-boyfriend now. Brendan, what happened to you? No offense, but are you sure there's such a deep connection between you and Nia? Even when Nia was still crazy about you, she said she hadn't actually seen you much. I thought it was enough to just keep the love in her heart. All the conventional dating rituals, like meeting, talking, and holding hands, weren't necessary. As long as our eyes met, the love within us would never fade away. Now that I lost her love, my heart's breaking. Okay, I get that a breakup hurts, but your relationship with her seems a bit too much like a fantasy. Similar to Nia's condition. Yeah, Nia was so caught up in her fantasy that she lost grip on reality. And this guy here lived through the whole relationship from start to finish, all in his head. Aren't you a match made in heaven? Brendan's symptoms provide the missing puzzle piece to your neuropsych. You conclude that the patients experience a warped sense of reality due to being too absorbed in their mental world. In mild cases, patients become deeply engrossed in their imaginary relationships, but in more severe cases, they experience devastating heartbreak and their fantasies collapse. You decide to use what's available in the garden to prepare a recipe for them. For patients with mild symptoms, you add rock mushrooms and phoenix feathers to help them embrace reality. For patients with severe symptoms, you add sweet hexaflowers and luxe glowing fruits to soothe their souls and help them move on. Lastly, free swallowtail is essential for both potions, empowering the patients to seek true love. These are the recipes for Sincerity Potion and Comfort Potion. Sincerity Potions. Love has always been complicated. Even now, many still struggle with the challenges of relationships in Soltorin. Comfort Potion. As drastic changes reshape the world, social bonds are shifting too. Lately, it is common to see old friends drifting apart, breaking up, or becoming estranged. Some even suffer illness from their emotional pain. You share the new potion recipe with Sarah and Indris. Most herbs are readily available in a garden, but the key one, the wolf tail, like the pride antler before it, will have to come from the gods. Let's find a sample and test it first. Wolf tail, huh? You don't see many wolves in Soltorin. Most of what we get comes from the dwarves. I'll go look for a target. Target's on the surface. I can't accompany you, so I'll have to leave this to you. If it works, I'll speak to Ravian and have the guards handle the supply, same as we did with antlers. Target spotted. Time to move. Hey, time to flay these wolves. No offense, farmer.
Every sword is a witness.
Yeah, but this one works. I'll have Raven start searching it. Yeah, why did you leave me? Let me take a look. It's like my heart's been ripped in half. It hurts more than any blade ever could. Yeah, we were connected. We shared something real. Something unspoken but unmistakable. Why would you throw that away? What's wrong? Nia left me. You took back your love, and now I'm left with a broken heart. It all began during a battle. He was in danger, and I saved her. In that moment, all I could see was her, like the whole world just faded away. We barely talked after that. Maybe 2 or 3 times, tops, but I knew we were meant for each other. That feeling, it was real. You can't just say it wasn't just because I don't remember her face. My heart, it hurts so bad. My heart's been shattered since Nia and I broke up. Nothing can make me feel better. What? My heart, it doesn't seem to ache anymore. I feel better now. Yeah, my heart has always been beating strong like this. And it wasn't because of Nia that it was beating so fast. It was because of a fantasy I made up. When the fantasy shattered, it felt like my whole heart shattered with it. But it was never real to begin with. You nailed the diagnosis and gave the right potion. Just like that, the patient's back in one piece. I feel much better. So that relationship, it was all in my head, just like the pain I felt. Well, maybe not all in your head. You and Nia had something. I mean, from a certain angle, you two kinda worked. Wow, you're terrible at comforting people. What do you expect? I've never been in love. Ah, Brendan? If you like, I could arrange a meeting with Nia. Really? I might actually see her again? Of course. Neither of you did anything wrong. You just got a little carried away, that's all. Actually, I think this might be a chance for you two to really get to know each other and maybe fall in love for real this time. You know, I was looking at Redacted's recipe earlier and it got me thinking. Compared to all those rosy dreams and dramatic fantasies, reality can be a little boring. But it's only when you plant your feet in reality that genuine feelings have a chance to grow. Take you and Nia, sure, things got a little delusional later on, but it all started with something real, you saving her like a hero. Redacted's medicine wasn't here to crush your dreams, it's here to give you the courage to start over. That's how I see it. Yeah, I get it now. Thanks, Sarah. And thank you, Magister. I think I finally have the courage to confront the past. But I'm not quite ready to start over with Nia. I'll take a bit more time to get myself together, and when I'm ready, I'll tell her how I really feel. Thanks for everything, Captain Indris. I'm ready to return to duty. Wasn't much trouble, really, though the crying and moping did get a bit loud. I'll admit, I didn't understand most of it. But hey, if you stopped crying, then we're good. Just be more careful with your next relationship, alright? Say, you think there's a potion that could fix Indris' stone cold heart? I never flinches at anything. Sadly, no such potion exists. What a shame. If there was, I bet all of Saltorn would line up just to see Indris tear up. Jesus. Quest complete. Unrequited love. Nia and Brendan were deeply caught up in romantic fantasies about each other. After analyzing their symptoms, you prepared a recipe and gave them the courage to embrace reality. My wallet, it holds the diamonds I saved up all year. I'm heartbroken. Oh, that's tragic. This one should be easy. Tremble before me, mortal. As I expected, even you failed to recognize me. How pitiful. Foolish mortals are always deceived by appearances. But worry not, I shall grant you the honor of learning my true identity. Kid, you need medical help. Shh, I knew it. You're just like the rest, thinking I'm just a random kid. Fine, I'll show you who I really am. The name's Sharon. On paper, I'm just a regular kid, but that's just my cover. I may look like a child, but the power I wield and the brilliance of my mind go far beyond the ordinary. Because the truth is, I'm the sixth persona of the legendary hero, Indris. Hard to believe? Huh. Ever wonder why Indris is so strong? It's because we were chosen, bound by fate to carry an impossible burden. One person couldn't shoulder the destiny of saving the sail alone. So, the moment he was born, Indri split himself into 6 personas. I'm the last one, Indri's short form. My body holds a sealed power, and for the safety of Saltorin, I was supposed to sleep forever to keep that power contained. But I sensed something. A crisis brewing on the surface, one that could destroy Saltorin. So I woke up, and I found you, my future companion. I, the sixth persona of Indris, ask you to form a contract with me. Become my mage companion, and together we'll save the world. Blah blah blah. Your eyes are glazing over. You're seconds from dozing off into another coma. Alright, that's enough. No more speeches. You really don't want to wake up with amnesia again. And that would be inconvenient. Be part of a hero's entourage and help save the world from the surface. Oh, that doesn't seem quite right actually, but I mean, she does kind of need to be disillusioned, but that doesn't seem like what I was supposed to make her. But oh well, I guess. Large mushrooms at Phoenix Feeder. Disillusionment rods. Maybe I can refrain from giving it to her and try something else instead. No, it's not that one. Mm. Maybe that one. Right, I guess I need to get a potion or something. As more and more patients recover under your care, you return up to seek treatment. With no patients to see today, you decide to take a walk with Sarah. No patients today. Might as well take a walk. Leave your safety to me. I'll be your personal bodyguard. Ah, watch this, big guy. What are you doing? That's not a toy. That thing's alive. Get back. It's dangerous.
Every sword is a witness.
Everyone okay? So scary. You kids are insane. What made you think that thing was part of your little pretend game? One wrong move and it could have eaten you whole. I'm sorry. It was just so scary. I don't want to be an adventurer anymore. Adventurer? Yeah, Lately, everyone's talking about going to the surface for big adventures. Fighting wicked cat witches, mutated old mages, evil hypotheans, becoming great heroes. Since when are mages the villains? That's not the point, and you redacted. Could you be any more childish sometimes? Listen here, kiddo. I used to play make-believe too. Sword fights in allies, magic battles in the garden, all of it. But we kept it safe. We did it in packs, courtyards, places with grown-ups around. And we never picked fights with actual monsters. I know. I used to be cautious too. But somehow, the more people talk about the service, the more I started to feel like a real adventurer. Suddenly, everything felt exciting instead of scary. That doesn't sound normal. Redacted. Do you think this could be a new illness? Better get her home for now. Yeah, and on the way, we should check around to see if this is happening to other kids too. If it's a real condition, we can't be the only one affected. I am the Dragon Slayer. What business do mortals have with a great hero? I am the chosen one. Even dragons bow before me. I am invincible. Are you Bona's brother? Your sister just... Ah, my princess. With your blessing, I shall conquer the continent. Wait, your brother's not... I think his case might be worse than ours. We just daydream about going to the surface, imagine some battles, a few victories, maybe what the scenery is like up there. That's about it. But he really thinks he's already made it, like he's gone on this epic adventure and come back a great hero or something. I will forge a new future for Saltorin. I am the hero. And he's not the only one. Some kids even believe they're Idris's alternate personas or whatever. Oh yeah, this is officially an illness. Let's snap him out of it first. Right. I remember how you talked Nia back to her senses. So this one looks like a much tougher one not to crack. Just kicking him in the nuts, that will probably help. A hero fears nothing. I am the Dragon Slayer. So what do dragons look like? Sort of like bats? Or was it zombies? Anyway, that's not important. Dragons are symbols, what matters is I'm here to save the world. I seriously doubt that. Doubt me all you want. Heroes are always doubted. It comes with a cape. You don't even have a cape. The world is more of a broad term, but I really am a hero. When did you become a hero? Let's see. I wanted to be one a few days ago, but today's when I become one. Sure, I only became a hero today, but the spirit's been here all along. Did something happen today? Nothing major, just a tiny problem. But I'm a hero, and heroes solve problems, so nothing to worry about. A hero should solve their own problems with their own strength. What kind of problem? My little brother's missing. I think I finally snapped out of it. You're back. Are you feeling okay? You were saying something about our little brother just now. Right. Our little brother, Jarl. He's disappeared. Your little brother? Yeah, Jarl. The youngest of us three. Unlike me and Bona, he's shy and gets scared easily. He's terrified of anything even close to danger. Whenever we talk about the surface, He'd cover his ears and hide in the forest. Later, he just started locking himself in his room. Today, Bone and I got caught up in planning another adventure. Probably got too loud. When I went to check on him, he was gone. Not in the closet? Nope. I checked every cabinet, every drawer, searched the whole room. No sign of him. And Gerald was scared of the outside world. He wouldn't just wander off. So that's why you didn't come adventuring with us today. It wasn't just that. The more I searched, the more helpless I felt. And then this weird idea popped into my head. If I were one of those heroes from the legends, maybe I'd be able to find him and fix everything. And then, well, you saw what happened after that. Meanwhile, your sister almost got eaten by a monster while playing with other kids. But I get it. Being a big brother's tough, and maybe you are not exactly at your best either. Let's find Gerald first. Good idea. You two stay here. We'll go look for your little brother. Got it? Got it. I'll keep an eye on Bona. Please, bring him back safe. Let's use magic for traces. Those are his footprints. He went that way. The footprint stops here. Let's cast that spell again. Got it. He's nearby. Let's split up and search. Poor kid's scared out of his mind. Redacted. I found him. He's completely shaken up. People with weapons. So scary. I think he's afraid of you. Yeah, he flinched every time he saw my blade. Took some real effort to get close without scaring him off. Alright, Jarl. Don't be scared. Your brother and sister sent me to come find you. Oh, I knew it. Another adventure. You're gonna drag me to the surface, aren't you? I don't wanna go. I just wanna stay home. He really hates the surface. Yeah, probably from hearing his siblings yammer on about the adventures and monsters up there. And I think he's also sensitive to bright light. Even slightly lit places made him nervous. Poor kid. Let's just try to calm him down for now. Faced with this tearful, timid little boy, you and Sarah are totally out of your strength. You rack your brain and pull out every trick, magic, false stories, whatever it takes, until the boy finally stops bawling. He's finally asleep. I hope I never have to go through something like that again. I wish I could just forget all about it. But one thing's clear. For every kid who's dreaming of adventure, there's another one scared stiff by it. And this? It's not a permanent fix. I can tell he's still scared. If we don't do something about it soon, he might end up too afraid to even leave his house. We need to take this seriously. I'll take him home while he's still asleep. Let's meet back at the clinic later and see if we can figure something out. I mean, being too scared to leave your house is normal enough. You return to the clinic, a little tired after a day of chasing harbor kids around in circles. Thinking about the children's symptoms gives you a few ideas, but for now, you're still missing the herbs you need to test them out. Not long after, Sarah returns to the clinic. I'm back. He's safe at home, and I brought some herbs too. Here, look at these herbs. I dropped Jarl off at his siblings' place, and stopped by the garden on the way back to grab these. New herbs? I haven't figured out the recipe yet. Maybe we didn't use the right herbs before? Anyway, this one's a new strain, fresh from the garden. I also asked around a bit. Turns out it's not just kids getting this weird illness. Lots of adults are showing symptoms too, Remember that guy going on about life on the surface? Yeah, he caused a whole scene not long ago. Then there's the other extreme. Some people are saying we should just blow up the surface entrance and be done with it. The illness is messing with our heads. Hard to say. I never heard of anything quite like this before. Why is it only happening to Insultorin anyway? Seriously, what's going on? Anyway, I'll leave the herbs with you. Please try to come up with something. I don't know, maybe their immune system is kind of weak because they've been like not exposed to enough things or something. And now that they're finally coming into contact with more surface things, they're like get sick very easily. Although that doesn't quite explain why they get like psychological symptoms, I guess, or psychological ailments. Anyway, and just while we've been talking, Andrew's already rounded up 3 more people, claiming to be his heroic disciples. From what you've seen in the kids, the root of the illness seems to lie in a tug-of-war between longing for the surface and clinging to life on the ground. Some people have thrown themselves into wild fantasies, convinced their heroes or adventurers out to perform miracles. Others have gone the opposite way, retreating underground, hiding in their homes, and shutting out the world entirely. You decided to use what's available in the garden to prepare a recipe for them. First off, no matter the treatment, you'll need the etching iris Sarah brought back. That herb represents such longing for freedom, which is always something good to have. For the adventure-happy dreamers, toss in some wolf tails and rot sludge to help them stay grounded. For the anxious shatterings, you'll need some personal mushrooms and flame fern, something to rekindle their curiosity and help them feel joy again. You'll learn the recipes for the Adventurous Potion and Dream Potion. Adventurous Potion. Lately, the call to explore the surface is gaining traction across Altoin. Are you drawn to the surface, eager to embark on your own epic adventure? It's a worthy dream. Just be careful not to let fantasy overshadow reality. Patients who simply enjoy collecting a lot of gear and dressing up like adventurers, they need a pack-rack potion. Okay. Dream potion. This is some dream of exploring the surface. Others long for nothing but a quiet life at home. However, it's important to stay mindful of such desires if such desires begin to disrupt your daily life. For patients who simply dislike going out, so much so that even seeking treatments require great effort, they need the Wanderlust elixir, which contains a small amount of parasol mushrooms. Okay. Perfect. With these recipes, we can finally cure all those self-declared heroes, dragon reincarnations, divine favorites, and conveniently amnesiac magisters. What is that? That last part sounds weird. Weird how? Weird how? That's exactly the kind of persona people give themselves when they think they're the hero of some epic story. Anyway, those types are easy to deal with. Just get them to take their medicine and they're back to normal. The real trouble is with the ones who won't even go outside. What a headache. The Torrens already had its fair share of shut-ins. Now it's almost impossible to tell who's actually sick. Sure, they're not out there causing trouble like those wannabe adventurers, but if this really is an illness messing with their lives, we can't just ignore it. Only one thing to do, start investigating. And whether it takes charm, trickery, or good old-fashioned force, we'll get them medicine down their throat. And you're really good at this. Try brewing potions while listening to a parade of I'm a chosen hero stories. Trust me, you'll lose your patience real fast. This is complete. Among the children, some fantasized about going on adventures while some were fearful of the real. Idea. After analyzing their symptoms, You prepared a recipe that addressed your issues. Okay. I'm guessing she needs the pack rack potions for my pack. Iron adventure. Success. You got a pack rack potion. A potion that helps the patient see reality and get ready for real adventures. Used to help adventurers itch. Oh, wrong one. That's what I meant. I feel more at ease now. My arms still ache, no boost to my strength, but I do feel calmer. How are you feeling, great adventurer? Please don't tease me. I see it now, it was just a pipe dream. When I really stop and think about it, the surface may be a place I've never seen, but it's still a part of our world. Maybe up there really is a light warmer than any magic crystal. Maybe there are strange new plants, vast stretches of water, what they call the ocean. But rivers flowing with divine dew and lands covered in gold, that sounds more like a fantasy than reality. I let my curiosity about the surface get the better of me. I ended up believing all those exaggerated rumors. Even got carried away with wild fantasies. That's not how a noble should behave. Thank you for your help, Magister. I still plan to explore the surface, but this time, I'll be careful. I'll do my research, make proper preparations, and set out with a clear head. You identified the real ailment and prescribed the right potions. If all goes well, the surface journey will be unforgettable. And then let's go. Kid, you need medical help. Oh, success. You got the glory brew. A potion that snaps the patient out of world-saving fantasies without losing the courage to pursue greatness. Used to treat heroic delirium. I finished that potion, but now what? Okay, I drank it all. Now you can be my companion. Let's begin our epic adventure to the surf. Wait. What was I supposed to do again? I can't remember. Captain Interested 6 persona? I'm not, am I? I'm Sharon. I live in Freshy Mushroom Street. I'm just Sharon. I'm not Idris, I'm just Sharon. I only talked about Indra so much because Mom and Dad always tell me stories about him. I I wanted to be like him. I wanted to be a hero like Indris. Then it's settled. I won't be Indris' persona anymore. I'll be Sharon. And when I grow up, the name Sharon will be just as legendary. And when that day comes, Magister, I'll come find you again. We'll head out on a real adventure, just you and me. You correctly diagnosed her child's condition and gave her the proper potion. The fantasy didn't end though. It transformed into a dream she can actually pursue. Well, guess that's it for today. Oh, I guess I can't do anything else today. Okay. Well,
The exploration team. They'll come back soon, right? May the
Well, I guess that's about it for today, so. Goodbye.